Good morning. We're going to look at the maths again today for the metacognition. So just for the start, will you have a go at them 5 questions for me in your books, please? Right, hopefully we've had a decent go at them. They should be very basic skills, and if you look, they're really only ranging from grade 1 to 3, maybe 4 for the ratio question. But again, these are the skills we're going to use in the questions that I've got off a higher paper that you're looking at grade 5. It's just this problem solving, putting it together, that makes it a more difficult question. But we just look at them skills. First of all, 60% of 400. So I find 10%, which is 40. Multiply that by 6, and I get 240. A simple subtraction, so I just took 300 off to start with to get 500. Then take another 20 and get 480. Next one's a ratio one, so I'm sharing between Alf and Bert. I've got Alf and Bert in total and learning ratios. So Alf gets 3, Bert gets 2, and the total is 5. What does it give me in the question? It gives me the total, which is £300. So I'll put that under the total, so that means 5 ratios is £300, meaning that to get from 5 to 300 are times by 60. So one ratio is 60. So that gives me alpha is 3 lots, which is 180, and Bert is 2 lots, which is 120. And remember, it was Bert who the question asked. Next one, 3/5 to 20. 20 divided by 4. Remember, we divide by the denominator. Gives us 4. Multiply by the 3 gives us 12. And then the last one, 36 take away 9, take away 8 gives you 19. So again, if I look at this in a problem solving question, as I say, this was off a high paper a few years ago. You've got 300 students asked how they travel to school. 60% say they walk. The remainder go by car or bus. It then says the ratio of students that go by car to bus is 2 to 3. So again, we're looking at this metacognition. It's understand, plan, solve, and reflect. So first of all, we know we're going to look at some percentage. Again, my writing's dreadful, sorry. This remaining probably means we're going to do some kind of subtraction in there. And then we've got obviously ratio, pretty obvious in this question because it says the word ratio. So if we now highlight the key bits of information, remember, I've said a few times, if anyone's been taught with me, students are dreadful for not underlining the first line of the question, especially when you've got like bullet points like that. Remember the first line because that 300 is the most crucial bit. 60% walk, the remaining go by car and bus, and then it's car to bus is 2 to 3. Okay, so if we start looking at the problem, start solving it, we've got 60% walk, so 60% of 300. So I've got 10%, which is 30. So 60% is 180. So 180 students walk, and be clear with what you found. So that means the rest go by car or bus. So 300, that remaining, that subtraction gives us 120. So 120 car or bus. So I've now got car to bus total, which is 2 to 3, and that equals 5. So I know I'm splitting 120 pupils, students, between them 5 ratios. So what do you multiply by 5 to get to 120? Eventually you'll get 24. Just do 120 divided by 5. So 2 times 24 gives you 48. 3 times 24 gives you 72. Then it says how many more students walk than car. Okay, so this is now the reflector. We've actually got to answer the question. So it's walk and car. I got 180 previously. That walk, and I've got travel by car is 48. So make sure you're getting out the key bits of information. So 180 minus 48, which gives you 132. Copy the answer line on. What you can see there, is it sensible answer or reflect your answer? Of course, there was 300 students. So if I got something like 500, I know I've gone wrong. So 132 sounds sensible. Next question here. Again, I've got ratio, I've got fraction. And for this question, I've got 2 things going on. I've got boys and girls and children who are dancers and singers. So there's 2 bits of information going on, meaning this will be a lot more straightforward if I put it in a 2-way table. First of all, highlight, I'm going to need 3/5, 3 to 5. Don't get them mixed up. They're not the same thing. Again, the first line of the question, 3 boys there. So it's going to be easier if I have my boys, girls, and total. Always totals for 2-way tables. Then I've got singers dancers total. So I've got 40 is the total. That's the first line of the question. I've then got the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 5. So boys to girls and total 3 to 5, which is 8. But the total number of children is 40, so that goes under the total amount. How many 8s are in 40? It's 5 times the boy by 5, the girls by 5. Now I can put that bit of information in my table. So my total boys is 15, my total girls is 25. So I've dealt with the ratio. Next bit, 3/5 of the children are dancers. So if there are 40 children, 3/5 means you divide by the denominator, bottom number, which is 8, multiplied by the numerator, which is 24. So in total, it doesn't say boy or girl, it says children. Total number of dancers is 24. The rest of the children are singers, so that means I've got 40 take away 24, which is 16. And then it says there are 3 boys who are dancers, so I can fill that bit of information in. Now the question has given me enough information now for me to proceed. So you can see that if I've got 3 boys who are dancers there, and there's 24 in total, that must mean there's 21 girl dancers. Singers, if you look across here, I've got 21 girls who are dancers. So if there's 25 total girls, then that means I need 4. And then there's a variety of ways you can do the singing boys, but you can quite quickly see that that's 12. So I've understood the problem, I've planned the problem, and I've solved the problem. Now I need to reflect, and actually in the GCSEs, so many kids with this question don't actually answer it. They draw the two-way table and think that's enough, but it does say how many more girls are dancers than singers. So there's 21 dancers, 4 singers, which gives you 17. And I've ran out of space a bit, but make sure when you're writing your answer, that's clear. Now, just for the last couple of minutes, I've put a couple of questions for you to have a go. So now see if you can have a go at them too. I'll put the answers on at the very end.